All right, welcome everybody to Habitat Issue Triage for Tuesday, September 4th. Let's see, I will just share my screen and we can get started here. All right, everyone see that okay? Let's see, so I think we go newest to oldest, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It's always counterintuitive, but yep, yeah. I believe that is our order.
All right, so typo and hab soup help. No additional information here.
I think it's the single word underneath that's hyperlinked.
Oh.
That I guess is maybe control or something.
Sure. What is it a hyperlink to?
Oh yeah, I see that one.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll take that. What was that? Oh, that was just in the CLI. I mean, I guess that's probably.
It's either that or we're just going to have to adopt this word and really go for it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's P1, but whatever. So that would definitely be a fix. That should be enough for that.
Yeah.
Package export tar doesn't package any soup when soup package is used.
That may be true.
So I'm not actually, huh.
I'm just booting up a version so I can double check this as well. If memory serves, there might be a separate like command line option for the supervisor package. But what might be the case with this exporter is maybe hab and the supervisor aren't put in there by default like they would be for the Docker one.
Yeah. What is the difference between these two indications is that one of them has this additional soup package argument. I'm just not familiar with the tar exporter.
So
yeah,
I was just pulling up the help on that because I didn't. So it looks like that's kind of like a double, or like, excuse me, like a debugging, like a dev debugging type of a flag, where like if you've got if you have a special supervisor that you want included in the tar, then the argument that you would pass to that would be like the identifier of the particular supervisor you want to use.
Yeah, and so it looks like they're saying that the when they
or the
do
heart
provide
file.
that sorry, you should provide the heart file for the soup package.
It'd be either the identifier or the heart file.
Yeah. So is that a documented?
I'm reading it right from the help, from the CLI help here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of in there exactly for that thing. Or if you needed a specific one, you could basically say, I want to ship this one in here.
Because it looks like in your in the example there, they're passing it an identifier to hab, and that definitely would not, like, That wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed that as well. There might be the very lightest of verification, or there might not be. It's hard to know. I guess the best we could do is install it and see if there's a hab-soup binary that we can find in there. That's probably about the best sanity check.
Well, I would look and see, if what this is doing when they pass the hab identifier to the soup package, if that hab package gets installed instead.
Quite possibly, yeah. It might just be a dumb, like, that's what you gave me, that's what you'll get, type of a deal. Yeah.
Okay, I'm misreading the example. Yeah, there's the smallest of chance that this might just be a typo in the calling the command line argument.
Yeah.
And otherwise, it easily could be a bug, but it might be easier than that.
It's kind of like, yeah, like you could almost consider it a UX bug, but I mean, technically.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take this, and then we can figure out if it's like a UX issue or whether there's something more going on here. So that's an exporter issue. So would that be infra then, or DevX?
Probably DevX for the moment. So I guess for people looking at these tags and wondering, we basically have tried to bucket them into sort of sub-teams in our project, but knowing that there is basically like the habitat team, and then we might sort of specialize over time and move. So we've done a little bit of moving around. So that might correspond to a sub-team which doesn't exactly exist at the moment, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we wouldn't take that work on. We just might have to resort that particular label.
Okay, searching for period recall, session timeout in builder UI. That's an interesting one. Can anyone repro that quickly?
Yeah. Okay. I really like those animations. That's compelling. Was the behavior to log out?
It looks like the idea is that it causes the session to time out immediately.
Yeah, okay. Well, now I know the hotkey for that. Yep, I'm seeing the same thing.
All right.
That's going to be a fun one.
So,
yeah, I'm seeing that too.
I'm not sure what language that's going to be in.
Yeah, I guess it's broadly in Builder, but that may end up being something in our front end. Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get it where it needs to go. It definitely starts with Builder. Examples that don't work.
That is in fact pretty true.
Yeah, I mean it's not that it hangs; it's that it runs in the foreground.
Yeah.
So yeah, if that's part of the process supervisor tutorial, it seems like it should be using the soup run.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can check that out because if that's the way it is, that should be fixed.
What number was that again?
It says step 10 in the process supervisor tutorial.
5538. I'm just trying to close my link off. 5538.
So that should be an easy fix. I don't know what vertical we would call that.
Remember, did we have a documentation? That might have just been more of an area.
Yeah, we don't really have a vertical for that. Okay, so yeah, since we turned off auto building, I think, yeah, we probably do need to add documentation back for how to turn it on. I guess that's somewhere in the builder UI, yeah.
Yes, I believe that is true.
Yeah, I guess that's more documentation than it's builder. And we decided that we don't have a vertical for that. Okay, I'll take Elliot's word for it that it's correct.
I'm actually not 100% clear if that event has happened or not. Oh, well, there's a link though.
What's this, Matt? Add app failure CI for building plan.ps1. Oh, so in core plans, one of the problems, so until we get Windows builders, is the only way to actually, if the PR is Windows related, you actually have to build it like, on your laptop or whatever. Yeah. But it would be simple, really, to have to plug in app failure and just get app failure to do that for you.
Well, this looks like it has all its triage, except it just needed to be in the backlog. So
yeah, I'm sorry. I should have just done that. I keep forgetting to do that.
Remove zlib compression from OpenSSL. Yeah, that seems like a thing.
Yeah. There was a little bit of conversation around this last week. Have you happened to look much at this, Scott? I haven't much beyond like hearing the conversation, and it seemed pretty reasonable to me.
I haven't looked specifically at this. There was some discussion around when to incorporate this kind of change, since it is potentially a break and change for users. I think it might be planned to be incorporated in this refresh, but I need to follow up with Mel on that.
Yeah, okay.
I guess we can put the T breaking then. So this looks like maybe more of an on-prem builder issue.
Yeah, I suppose it probably is, yeah.
But I don't think we have have anything to distinguish, so we'll just call it that. The builder vertical. It seems like it should be something that works. All right, this just was missing the backlog. It's already been triaged. Same thing here. Okay, I think we agree that our core plans are supposed to have enough of a configuration to just basically start, right?
That's always the best if that's possible. Yeah.
This looks like it has the labels that it needs.
The way we've kind of dealt with some of that sometimes is possibly in like an init hook or in the run at the start if it's like a sanity check.
Yeah.
And if you can basically exit non-zero with a reasonable error message, then that's at least a little better than trying to boot the app if you know it's not going to work. But
all right, so we've been kind of punting on this one for like 3 weeks of triage now. I don't know who owns the next steps for this, but it doesn't seem like it's benefiting anyone for it to just continue sitting in triage. It's well labeled. I feel like if we just move it out of triage, hopefully that'll at least get it the attention that it deserves.
Maybe, I mean, I want to say help wanted. This is the type of thing that it would be tough to work on if, you know, you weren't a core member, because it's not a non-trivial thing. But however, like, it's definitely something I think that we would like want to take because it looks cool, but at the same time, it's not something that's,
yeah, it's a big,
you know,
big thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think help wanted is appropriate. It's a big, you know, it's fairly ambitious for someone not familiar with the code base, but
yeah, I think it's worth having in our backlog for at least for the purposes of prioritization, and having it just sitting in the triage queue doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Well, that is that then. Thank you, everyone, for another exciting episode of Habitat Weekly Triage. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah.